and that was it. And
The rest
it's
how
gonna
he
be
says
good,
it.
but Jersey for sure. What's that, buddy?
I was saying, like, and the rest is history, as you say.
No, she really is a really good person. Like I have to say, it's like that feeling. I know. I'm looking forward to that. Learning how to play the guitar. Yes, absolutely. I am so looking forward to that. I would love that because what if I become a real good guitarist, Jacob? You know?
I know the first person you do a collabo with.
Who's that?
His name might be Ryan. If you have the chance,
Ah,
I
yo,
feel like
you had to say it. Yo, he's coming out. Yo, I can't believe he let everybody sign his Lambo, man. That was wicked.
yeah, that's
Chase
a little
Matthews did a
original.
really good job too.
hmm I don't know much about Chase
Um,
still, but I
well, you
have to
know
look
what?
into him.
He really one thing about him is you could see he's very humble because before the show started, he said 7 months before all of this, I was almost losing my house, my job. And when him and Ryan met, obviously Ryan said, "You're gonna have to work your butt off." You know what I mean? Like, but you can do it. You have the talent to do it. And
Yeah.
anybody who knows Ryan Upchurch, he does anything for anybody.
Well, and knowing
Even
all
if
the
that one guy that he was having issues with, he offered to pay to get him in a place where he could get help.
yeah.
And we're
Well,
not
it's like
talking about no
I mean, well,
rinky dinky freaking place.
think about all the other stars that are out that are just talentless. I mean, there's so many artists out there that don't get enough notoriety and they have a lot of talent. I mean, it's just about putting them
None.
in front of the right audience.
It's so sad that people, and then you have these really famous people that don't give money, that sit there and I'm not giving money. I'm not giving money. You know what I mean? Or they give money to only what they want. Like they don't
Or
think
don't help
about
out rising stars. That's my biggest
right.
thing. Is I mean, you
Yeah.
support the next generation coming up.
Well, I feel independent stuff is becoming more popular than mainstream.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
I do feel
I
like
think that's because of some of my favorite rappers. Like Tech 9 was one of the first people and artists I know
he's
just giving
talking
out free
about
music.
helping people out here. By the way,
Oh yeah,
he's talking.
he's
He did an
personally
ad on Facebook.
he created his own record label because he didn't want to sign with anybody else. He did sign with somebody in the beginning, but realized it wasn't for him, and then created his own record label. Ended up on the Forbes list. He's been on the Forbes list plenty of times as an independent artist. That's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm wondering. How Upchurch. That's right, baby. You know me. You know I love listening to Upchurch. I play that all the time. Broadnax is off the chain too, man. For an older guy, he can rap, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Have
true.
you heard him?
No, but I know I've seen
Broad,
some of the reaction videos to some of his stuff, and the way people react to him, you can tell that he's doing something right.
the older guy, right?
Yeah.
He did a remix to what's it, YZ, and he said, first and foremost, I want to thank Upchurch, Ryan Upchurch,
Yeah. I mean, and I
because
like that they
Ryan
give
really.
people. I like that they give people those shout outs that they need, though.
Yeah, just to use the beat.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
That is very true.
So, what do you think about the world these days, Jacob? You ready for Montauk?
The world is a crazy place, man. And I don't
Are
think it's
you really ready for Montauk?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. There's only so much
I
I can
hope the
change on
Loch
my
Ness,
end.
I hope the Loch Ness monster don't get you, man. I hope he don't get you. I hope he don't get your ass kayaking.
I'm gonna catch me a Bigfoot or two.
Oh, what was it I was listening to the other day? Supposedly, yeah, fucking, yeah, he's official.
Hold on, I want to play this real quick. Let me see how long it is.
Yeah, is it new?
Hey, you listen to me, fucking. Let me tell you something, fucking. You want to talk shit about me? Well, I wish everything you ate tastes like an old nasty onion, fucking. How much looking at woodchuck fucking? Fuck you looking at, motherfucker. Wolf mouth.
Yeah, too explicit.
At least,
dude, he gets on there and rants for hours sometimes, man. I don't think he ever sleeps.
Well, no, that's the one thing I like about him is he's always working, and he started out as a social media guy before he became like an artist on the internet. He started out doing vines and shit like that when he was doing drywall. No,
I'll
like
tell you
Ryan's
what.
story.
Yeah. Absolutely. The documentary came out very well. They put a lot of effort into it, man. They put a lot of effort. You don't get too many, and that's what my producer said. He's like, I want to make sure that people understand and they get the concept of this whole, Montauk in general, and they stop getting it mixed in with all about Stranger Things, and that, we need to get away from the Preston Nichols and all that stuff, and what really happened. You know what I mean? What's missing?
Yeah,
what's missing?
Now?
Why are they? Why? I hear. Oh, I've heard different testimonies of Montauk, which need to be heard in the community because, kids are going missing out there left and right. It's not even a game. Which, by the way, I have a friend that said there was a couple of kids that went missing not too long ago, and it was never reported.
Why though?
It was reported. Come on now.
Just wasn't public.
That's the only thing Stranger Things got right.
It's messed up, and it's weird that they find so many similarities with that in the Montauk Project, and I think the similarities that they do have are very vague. They're not very in depth at all. You still there, Rocko? I might have lost Rocko for a minute here. See if he gets back connected with us. I was just adding. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I was just adding the clip that I just played to the description in case there's any problems on YouTube or Facebook. It was only a 19-second clip, so hopefully it's not that big of a deal. But I don't have the rights to them, nor do I claim to. So I like to make sure it's all cleared up. But yeah, I've been less concerned about what I'm playing on the internet. I just try to be forward about it and then see how well it goes and kind of feel. I haven't really felt out Facebook as much for their community guideline violations when it comes to copyright material or how long you can play of something, because I thought it was 8 seconds for most clips. So I just played a 16-second clip or something like that. We'll see what happens with it. And I also shared it in the description and gave credit to the person that did it. So hopefully no problems with that. Boy, let's see. Actually, I'm going to double check and see if our other guest is almost ready as well. I made him look dumb because he made all these statements. And he just kept making all these unproven claims, which are fine. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. But I had said, what an honor to Pesci when he started comparing him to Trump and his fans to Trump's fans. And he immediately banned me from the page, blocked me, did all this stuff because I said it was an honor. I'm like, well, you have a guest on right now that you're comparing or calling a child molester or sex offender, however you want to claim that this guy is. You're comparing your guest that you have on to him. And then I make the irony of the joke, and all of a sudden you don't understand it. It's too hard of a fucking concept to grasp because facetiousness is missed upon a lot of people, especially via text. But it's like you're trying to insult a person while saying it to another person and then trying to act like you didn't just say that and call it to the other person. All of a sudden, I'm the asshole for bringing it up. And it's just like, oh, all right, this is what's going on, I guess. So I reached out to Kenny on Facebook. And I guess Pesci reached out to him and told him, and so did Schmidt, and so did somebody else after the show. And they were like, hey, you realize Jake kind of made you look dumb. Like you, well, I don't know. They didn't phrase it like that, but that's how I took it. Is I kind of made him look dumb because he made all these statements about a person and then blamed all of his statements on me. And I'm a jerk because he assumed that I supported that person. I'm like, I'm not even considered a Trump fan, like in the eyes of politics.
No,
I mean,
he's
also a guy that never votes, and he just likes to knock Republicans. And like tonight, he was going on this rant about the KKK or something like that, and how Republicans are more tied to him. And immediately, Admiral Byrd, not Admiral Byrd, the one that went to Atlantis, Byrd, he was like the head dragon or something, and the KKK, whatever they call their grand wizard masters. I don't know what the fucking crazy white people call it, but they got all kinds of fucking weird, stupid names. And basically, all the Democrats supported him, including Hillary Clinton, who says she learned politics from him. And when he passed away, she was one of her favorite guys. Barack Obama supported the guy. They were like, well, yeah, he had a bad past when he was in the KKK and one of the highest members. But then all of a sudden he says he doesn't want to do that anymore and doesn't talk like that anymore. And everybody on the Democratic Party accepts him. And he's just like this higher up guy. I'm like, how can you be so goddamn wishy-washy? You can't be like all Democrats are bad or all Republicans are bad. There's bad people on both sides. Like, and until you can realize
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like, there's bad people everywhere, and that's why I've always stuck by the idea that I think humans are corrupt by nature, and only the strong humans can resist that corruption. Hey, Ariel, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, they don't get sarcasm or humor. That's very true. That's with a lot of people. Common sense isn't
Anyways,
common anymore. Yes, it's Senator
so
Bird.
what happened?
I
You
knew it was
got booted
Bird.
off?
I got booted off, but like I said, I messaged him on Facebook, and I'm waiting for him to respond because I was talking to him, and he basically said I could ask him 3 questions, and I was kind of asking him some questions, just leading questions to get him to blow up. And sure enough, he blew up on the first one. Like, I wasn't even saying a question to him; I was saying something to Pesci, and all of a sudden, he just blew up. And he was like, "See, Jake, that's why you were so shy. You didn't come on here and ask your questions." I was like, "Kenny, I haven't asked you any of my questions yet. I was just feeling you out." I
So
was like,
here's
I
my
got
question.
3 questions on board right now that I know you'd have a nervous breakdown trying to answer. Because, I mean, he
Bro,
was on.
me?
No, Kenny Bolin, the guy we were talking about.
Oh. Pesci
Um,
wanted to have me on the Mars
Oh, yeah.
one time, but I was Hello, Ariel.
Yeah, Senator Byrd was a racist. And he was an admitted racist and KKK member. But all of a
So
sudden,
my quick
Hillary was
question
writing about him
to
in
you,
his book and everything else.
my question to you is, do you want a personal interview with me so I talk about stuff that I'm willing to do that while we're out there?
Oh yeah, we can do we can do a couple one-on-ones while we're out there. I assume we're going to shoot
I mean,
videos
it's
out.
up to you, and I'll let you put it as content.
Oh yeah, man. I figured we were going to do a couple hours.
Yeah,
worth of
no,
content.
I'm just saying, because now, like, I mean, this guy wants to do like a professional documentary. He works with Philip K. Dick organization, which we all know that's a big time, thing. That's a big thing. That's something like we talk on a regular basis. Yeah, it's all about unity. Picking sides is crap. No, we all need to come together, and we need to, instead of, fighting in the streets and causing chaos and doing this and doing that. No, standing in front of your local whatevers and saying what you want to say that comes off the top of your mind that you feel is wrong, and eventually they're going to get tired of it, and they're going to say, okay, we're just going to give into it.
You know, the crazy thing that nobody wants to admit to when it comes to the election that Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump all ran in, the hardest thing that people have admitting to this day publicly, like when they're talking about polls and stuff like that, is the majority of people, not all of them, the majority of people, like the biggest flop in voting came from the people that left Bernie Sanders' party and went to Donald Trump's party because they didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton, because they watched what the DNC did to the Republican Party. Like, it happened in front of everybody what they did to Bernie Sanders. Honestly, that's where my vote was going. I wanted to see if Bernie could promise all the things that he was promising. I was kind of curious. But
here's my in the world, in the world in general.
What's that?
In the world in general is the children, is this generation right now that we really need to focus on, and especially my generation and the stuff that we went through